Previously on African Big Five Survival Challenge. Okay, ladies and gents, we have been dropped off in the middle of the bush. Thanks to some hard work, we successfully managed to build a safe and secure shelter. Josh manages to get a blood transfusion thanks to a well-placed thorn. We had a battle of wills with a big elephant bull. And we had our first visitor to our shelter. Thankfully, he didn't hang around for a chat. Please sit back and enjoy episode 2. Okay guys, so we've set up our shelter. We're all done. So our next priority is trying to find reliable water. So we do have the riverbed here, just in case. And we can dig for water. We'll probably try that tomorrow, but we are on a very prominent game path here. So we did see an elephant that came past camp just now heading in that direction. So I think we're going to take a little stroll now. We're not going to go too far. We've checked the wind, so the wind is coming this way, which is good. So we can smell the animals, they can't smell us. The only problem is we are walking into the sun, which isn't ideal. You should normally walk with the sun behind you, so the animals are looking into the sun when you approach. But for now, we have to go in that direction. Check it out. We'll probably walk for about 1 kilometer. If we don't find anything, we'll come back and we'll try on the riverbed. But let's see. Maybe we'll get lucky. Okay, so you see, guys, we haven't gone too far from our camp. Some beautiful big apple leaf tree. So the Latin name is a Philonoptera violacea. Okay, but while I'm stopping here, as you can see, very well used elephant rubbing post, which is a good sign that we are on the right track to water. But it's also just a good indication of the size. I mean, this mud goes all the way past there. Just gives you a good indication of how big these animals are.
Big tiger boy just had a drink. He's checking us out.
Success. We found water. Unfortunately, it is guarded by a big buffalo bull. We need to approach with caution. The buffalo is one of Africa's most dangerous and volatile mammals. Okay guys, luckily the buffalo bull moved off. Okay, because we need to get to this water. Very cool to have found water as well so easily. But there's a big elephant bull busy drinking it on the other side. So we just need to be careful of him. We might have to push him off a little bit. So hang on to your seats. Managed to find this pan, a natural pan from a bit of rainwater left over. There was one buffalo bull here and 2 big elephant bulls. They did move off when we approached. Unfortunately, this water looks a little bit muddy and dirty, not great. So for now, we'll try and dig some water up in the riverbed in front of our shelter. If that fails, we can at least we know we can get water here. We'll just have to boil it and filter it. So at least we know there is water here. Water has been found, but with the sun fading fast, the guys must now set their sights on successfully making fire.
What I'm taking is very dry, very, very dry elephant dung and a bundle of very dry grass. So I'm going to try and put the spark into the elephant dung and see if that takes. Here we go. Just dry it out a bit more. Managed to get a flame, luckily. While we're doing the fire, we heard some noise across the river. And have a look. It's a rhino.
side of the riverbed is a white rhino bull. How amazing is that? Luckily for us, this rhino was completely unaware of our presence at this stage while he was going about his business. But watch his ears as they move, trying to pick up the different sounds. And in a few seconds, you'll see there, as he turns, we thought he was onto us. You can see his ears moving, trying to pick up the slightest sounds. But luckily for us, we stood dead still, the wind was in our favor, and he let us be. Rhinos are grazers, they only eat grass, so to find them in such a dense area is quite unusual, and I really wasn't expecting that, but nonetheless very happy and very chuffed to have been able to see that and share it with you guys. But just to show you, this is where he was yesterday when I was taking video of him. We were about 15 meters from him, so it's just also a good example as to why rhinos are getting poached so readily and so easily. Because the rhino has very poor eyesight, very small little eyes compared to the side of the head, but they do make up for their poor eyesight by having very good smell and very good hearing. But yesterday we were downwind from him, so he couldn't see us, he couldn't smell us, and he couldn't hear us. That's why we could get in so close. But it just goes to show how easy it would be to poach a rhino, and that's why they are in such trouble. We're losing lots of rhinos, and soon we probably won't have any wild rhinos left. But anyway, just to show you here as well what he was doing yesterday in the video, I said he was marking his territory. So what rhinos do is they have what we call a rhino midden, which is this big pile of droppings over here. So this bull would use to demarcate his territory. So what he does, if you see the scrape marks here, he comes and he defecates on the pile, and then he scrapes his back legs like this, and he gets his urine and the scent also on his feet, so that when he's patrolling his territory, he's leaving sign for other rhinos to pick up, to know that there's another bull, that he's got control of this territory and intruders mustn't intrude. And also what female rhinos will do, so basically this is a rhino's newspaper. So a female will come into his territory, and then if she's an estrus, she will also do what he did, and then she's got the scent on her feet, so she'll leave a trail. The male will come around patrolling his territory, doing his rounds. He'll have a sniff around here. He'll pick up whether she's an estrus or not, and then he follows her scent. And if she stays within his territory, he'll try and keep her in his territory, and then they'll mate. Unlike other animals, rhinos mate once for about 45 minutes, but only once, and then they're done. It's not like lions that'll mate for 4 days, or leopards that'll mate for a few days. Just a once-off thing for 45 minutes, and then the deed is done. But so this is a very important and integral part of a rhino's life, and all the information they normally get from these middens. So very cool that he had a midden maybe 50 meters from where we decided to build our shelter, so very lucky, otherwise we probably wouldn't have got to see him. So he'll probably only be back here again in a week or two when he's coming back to carry on with his rounds. But very cool. Okay, so as I was saying as well, white rhinos are grazers, so they only eat grass. So you can see in their droppings here, all just pieces of grass. Now a lot of people get confused between white rhino droppings and black rhino droppings, because black rhinos also have a midden like this, but black rhinos are predominantly browsers. And then people will say, but what about elephant dung and black rhino dung, because elephants are also browsers. So with black rhinos, whenever they bite off a twig they bite it off at a 45-degree angle because of the shape of their jaw. So that would be indicative that it would be a black rhino midden. Also, elephants don't have middens, so that also gives it away. But yeah, so the difference between white and black rhino: white rhino is a bit bigger, only eats grass, normally found in open areas. Black rhino is a little bit smaller, more solitary, a little bit more aggressive, and you normally find them in very densely vegetated areas. Our first day, it's been an amazing day. As Dane mentioned, we've accomplished 3 important goals. We've managed to build a safe-ish shelter that should keep us through the night. Dane managed to make fire with flint and a knife, and we managed to find water as well. From a game viewing point of view, we've already bumped into buffalo, we've bumped into elephant, and we had that white rhino bull walk right past our camp about 30 meters away across the riverbed and went up, as you've seen in the video. So yeah, amazing day. Didn't expect to see so much wildlife already, but it just shows you that you can never let your guard down. No matter how much noise, we've been making a lot of noise throughout the day here, chopping and putting up the shelter, and as soon as we stop, white rhino bull comes strolling past on his way probably to the pan where we found water. So very cool start to the trip, and hopefully it's just going to get better. Coming next on African Big 5 Survival Challenge. Food is the order of the day, and we try our hand at trapping for ground birds. We pick and cook some wild spinach, and the adrenaline flows with yet another close encounter.